Yo, what is going on, fam? So, I wanted to make a video and I meant to do it on the first of the month, but I wasn't able to. I ain't gonna say I wasn't able to do it, but I've just been busy with working, and there's a lot going on in the media, with the protests and with the riots, and so it's a lot to take in. But I wanted to make a video in regards to budgeting, and for those that may live paycheck to paycheck, and for those that may want to get out of that situation or out of that circumstance and be able to save some money or put their money towards other items. So I have a few items that I wanted to discuss that helped me, I would say, and it may be some, serve some assistance to you, or be of some assistance to you as well. So, the first thing that helped me get control of my money was downloading an app in order to help me that keeps track of where my spending is. Now, the app that I use is called Money Manager. At the end of this video, I may show you guys a picture, or maybe show my phone, and that way you can see what the app looks like. But essentially, it's called Money Manager. It's an app. It's yellow on my phone. It may be different for iPhones or other phones, and it has a pig on it with a coin going inside of the pig, like a piggy bank. Okay, I use that. With that app, you can choose what categories you want to put you can spend your money. You can create categories. You can track your income. So I track both. I track my expenses and I track my income. And I track everything. Now, I do round up for the most part, or round down. When it comes to expenses, so I pay cash for everything. I rarely use, I definitely don't use my debit card unless I'm at Walmart. That's the only place I use it because it comes out immediately. I don't like using my debit card at places where I have to wait two or three days in order for that money to come out. Okay, so I track everything. If I pay the exact amount, so let's say I buy something that's $12.27. If I pay $12.27, I just record it as $12. However, if I pay $13 or pay with a 20 or whatever it may be, then at that point I round up. Okay, so that helps me keep track of my spending. All right, and that way, the best time to do it, which you can start at any time. Again, I wanted to put this video up on the 1st, and that way, everyone can start fresh if they do follow my guidelines or my tips. But it's never too late to start, right? So when I first started this in 2018, I think I started in August, and I started in the middle of the month, so I didn't capture what my monthly expenses looked like. However, it put me into a habit that I've been doing it since August of 2018. I track every little thing. If anyone goes anywhere with me, they'll see me log my expenses. When I get paid, I put my income in there. If I buy something and return it, I'll list that return as a refund. And even if if I'm working and someone, tips me some money, which I really try not to take. If someone gives me a tip, I put that. It can be $2. It can be $1. If somebody asks me for $1, I put that in there too. It helps me keep track. So at the end of the month, for example, for May, I was able to look back at May on June 1st or June 2nd. I try to do it within the first couple of days, and that way I can kind of see where I spent my money. So in the first couple of days, I am able to look back at the previous month and see where I spent money at, and I look throughout the month as well. But, for last month, for example, I know I was able to decrease my bills a lot because now I'm out of I'm done with the student loan, However, I put some money into my car, and I know exactly how much I put into my car, right? So I put money into my car last month, and I did the same thing in April. And between those 2 months, I know I put $1,200 into my car. Previously, I would not have known. What helped me, or what initiated me in wanting to keep track of my expenses, is that I was making money, But at the end of the month, I didn't have any, and I had no idea where it was going. And it was so frustrating. Like, I knew I made decent money, I just couldn't account for it. I didn't know where it was going. I was saving a little bit, but it wasn't a lot. It was, probably less than $1,000. And, with my income, I knew I should have been saving more. I just didn't know where I was being irresponsible in a sense. All right. So that's the first thing. And you can use an Excel spreadsheet. That was the route that I was going to go. And I decided just to use an app instead. But you can go any route you would like. If you want to use an Excel spreadsheet, that's fine. This parking lot is tight. That's fine. But it depends on what you want to do. Okay? Secondly is, now that you have some kind of awareness of where your expenses are going, you want to see where you can cut back at. Okay? There are some things that people can cut back on and some things that can't. For example, your bills. It's hard to cut back. Let me leave this on for a second. It's hard to cut back on your bills. Okay? But if you realize that, like, you're spending a lot of money on credit card debt, that's something you can cut back on. Now, if, during these hard times, if you're not working and if you are not, bringing in any income and you just need to get by, I understand putting stuff on credit, whether it be your bills or whatever it is. But, if you still have income and you just like to shop and you're putting it on credit cards, don't put it on credit cards unless you're about to pay it that same month. Because now, at some point, you're going to start paying interest and now you're wasting money. So just wait a bit and pay for that stuff cash or with your debit card. And that way, again, you're not wasting money on interest. Okay? And I'm going to pull up this app. Some of the other things that I keep track of. Okay? So, I have now, another thing is that I always list on this app, I list my savings as an expense because I have to pay myself, right? So I look at it as, I want to know how much money I'm saving a month. And once you create that awareness of savings, I promise you that you will start saving more. Money that I used to feel was a lot of money to save back in 2018. If I save that money now, I feel like I'm not saving anything. I feel like I had a rough month. Okay? But I track my savings, I track my bills, I track the money I put into my car, I track my food. So, I eat out a lot. And that's a perfect example. I know when I eat out, I know I'm probably going to spend on a monthly basis between $400 and $450. Now, I don't have a huge grocery bill, but I know I'm going to spend money on eating out. I track my Walmart expenses. I do track my groceries. It's typically not a lot. If I do go out, if I have any entertainment, if I take a trip, I track that. If I do go shopping, which is typically something very small, I track that. And if I have to, buy something like some medicine or, something health related, I track that as well. So once you can keep track of your expenses, then you can, your budgeting will probably be, more in control because you know where you're spending your money and where you can cut back at. All right. So for those who are struggling, start tracking your expenses and see where you can cut back. And I promise you, it will help you. All right. So this is just like a budgeting 101. I was going to list 3 different things, but maybe I can just make another video for that one because this video is already getting long. We're at 9 minutes already. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe, comment below. For those that I know, like if you want me to help you, I will help you with your expenses and with your budgeting. Okay? Just hit me up and we can definitely try to work something out. We can develop a plan because I'm here to help you guys. All right? So comment below on the video on YouTube. It helps a lot. It helps to get more attention. Make sure you like the video if you like it. Make sure you share the video if you agree with the budgeting aspect of this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and support your boy. All right, I appreciate y'all tuning in. All right.